On a radical journey of self-discovery and empowerment, today we unveil the wisdom of self-love and the transformative impact it can have on your life. Let's go. Welcome to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I'm the Empress here, and I welcome you. I welcome you whether you are new or you're returning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are talking about the wisdom of self-love. Let's get into the wisdom of self-love. So many of you know I am a soul wisdom coach, and I specifically guide women into the activation of their soul wisdom. And there are many benefits for women when they activate their soul wisdom. But within this video, I want to talk about the wisdom of self-love. The first thing that I have here is going to be embracing your wholeness. The wisdom of self-love begins with embracing your inner wholeness and recognizing your inherent worth and value as a unique individual. This right here was an absolute game changer for me when I started tapping into the wisdom of self-love, understanding the true essence of self-love. Okay, I feel like self-love is spoken about a lot, but there's the true essence behind it. It's a state, it's an embodiment, right? And so embracing the wholeness, knowing that everything that you need is within you, everything that you're seeking is within you. Understanding that you are a unique individual and that is to be celebrated, that is to be embraced, that is to be honored, and that has to start with you. You cannot expect that outside of yourself when you don't honor that within yourself. Number 2, celebrating your uniqueness and authenticity. Loving on your individuality and expressing yourself authentically in the world. Releasing the fear of rejection and judgment, reclaiming your authenticity and embracing your quirks and your passions. So celebrate yourself. I feel like this was a huge game changer for me when I was just like, I am corny sometimes. I am quirky. I am weird, I am quiet, I am loud, I'm whatever I want to be, right? And I'm okay with that. I accept all of that. Sometimes I'm super introverted, sometimes I'm extremely extroverted, and I'm okay with all the aspects of myself. And the more that I truly embrace that, and I feel like as I continue to embrace that, because I feel like this is a journey, right? Because we're always changing. We're always evolving. We're always, if you're like myself, you're always into self-development. So I'm always learning new things about myself. I'm always uncovering and unfolding myself and understanding the expansion of myself. So it's an ongoing celebration of Amber, right? An ongoing celebration of myself and all of my uniqueness. And so for me, I just feel like this was a huge game changer in a true ability for self-love and understanding that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm my own cup of tea, right? How do you fill your cup, right? How do you fill your cup? What flavor of tea do you like? That's what matters. That's all that matters, right? Because the more that you can embrace and love on yourself, the more you will see that outside of yourself. And when you don't see that outside of yourself, you'll know when it's time to go a different direction. Because once you tap into the wisdom of self-love, you can't untap out of it. Is that how I don't even know how would you say that? You can't get out of it, right? You could avoid it, you could ignore it, but that thing is always going to be there, like tapping on you, letting you know, hey, we need to love on ourselves. This doesn't feel good. This is out of the realm of self-love, So celebrate your uniqueness and your authenticity. The last thing I have here is setting healthy boundaries and honoring your needs. So honor your needs, honor your preferences, assert your worth and value in relationships and interactions. Letting go of people pleasing, saying something or doing something that you think that others want you to do or say. We're not doing that no more. That does not fit into the wisdom of self-love. There has to be boundaries set. You have to love what you love about yourself and who you are and what you like so much that you have no problem letting that be known and not being afraid to say what it is that you like, whether you think someone else likes it or not. That should not matter. But when you love you so much and not, I mean, you can call it conceited if you want to, but in a very healthy way, when you love you so much, you have no problem saying what it is that you like and who you are and what you need and what you don't need. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, because the thing is the more you can authentically show up, and I've said this before, the more you can make true, authentic connections. You actually get to build a solid, authentic foundation. It's not built with cracks and air bubbles because of, oh, well, let me do this because I really think that they may like that. Or let me say that I like this because they like this. Or, you know, the different things that people do to feel accepted, or to, you know, there's so many different things, so many different reasons as to why, you know, people do some of the things that they do that leads them down a path opposite of self-love. But setting those healthy boundaries, being assertive and asserting your preferences, your needs, that's important. And that's you honoring yourself. That's you truly loving yourself. Like, if you're a parent and you have a child, 9 times out of 10, you have no problem standing up for your child, standing up for your baby, saying what you got to say. Like, even though, for example, I mother differently, even though my kids aren't with me every single day, my kids know that if something go down, oh, she gonna be there. She gonna be there. My son, one time, he, this is a short story, but he didn't want to cut his hair and they wanted him to cut his hair at school. And he's like, Mom, I'm not cutting my hair. He's like, my hair is like, it's not bothering anybody. And I was like, I agree. I was like, if you don't want to cut it, you don't have to cut it. I was like, and if you need somebody to stand behind you, I'll be there to stand behind you. That's that love, right? That's the love that we need to give ourselves. That's that, you know, that voice that we're willing to speak up for other people, for the underdog, for, you know, our children, for people that we don't feel like can speak up for themselves or need a backbone or need support. We got to be that for ourselves. That is what self-love is. That's tapping into the wisdom of self-love. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this inspired someone to just really tap into their self-love journey, the wisdom behind self-love. It's important. In my personal opinion, self-love is like a life or death type of thing, right? You either live or you die. And I'm not saying like, you know, literally physically, but metaphorically, like either you live or you die, and you have to love on yourself. And that may be at the detriment and at the sacrifice of others, you know, around you, but you have to love on yourself. And that teaches other people how to love on you as well. And you can't be afraid to stand up for yourself and say what it is that you want and say what it is that you need. So my intention behind this video is to inspire you all that are watching to make sure that you tap into your self-love, tap into the wisdom of your self-love, truly explore yourself on a deep cellular level and understand what self-love is to you, so that from here on out you can attract those that will love you just as much as you love you, if not more, and that you will have the discernment to know when those that have come into your energy are not compatible with the type of self-love that you give yourself. Okay? So that's what I've got for you. If you want to know your love style, tap into the Living Soul Profile Report. That link is in the description box below. And after you receive it, tap into me and we can get into all the juicy details of your love style. In the meantime, in between time, I send you peace. I send you light, and I send you an abundance of self-love. Bye.